Okay, how can we add the tax in SimpanKira? It's easy. You can go to settings. Here in settings, there are a lot of other settings that you can configure. Choose tax rate. So this is the index page for tax rate. It will list all the tax rate available. By default, we included three taxes here: the sales tax of 10%, the sales tax of 5%, and the service tax of 6%. If you notice, we have a column of code, name, tax rate, and transaction type. So the service tax of 6%, sales tax of 10%, and sales tax of 5%, they are all designated for the supply transaction type. And for there is an additional tax, which we call it a zero tax. Essentially, what it means is no tax applicable, no tax applied in here. So, but then it has to exist for both in purchase transaction type and in supply transaction type. So you can see it clearly, all the taxes available for you to use in your accounting transaction. So how do we add the new tax rate? You just go here, click here, add new tax rate, and say I want to create a new tax. You can put whatever tax rate code. Doesn't matter if you got a list of tax rate code provided by the government or provided by your Inland Revenue Board or whatever authority that is responsible on the tax. Here I just made it up. I would call it tax rate code, say service 001, and I say service tax, and it applies to the supply, and I'm just going to say service tax again, and service tax, and it applies for 6%. And since it's a supply transaction, so it goes to my, I would go for liability and service tax here. I choose, oh, apparently I have two service tax account, but never mind, we can fix it in the chart of account. So I choose this account service tax. So I just click save. As easy as it is. Notice there's a log icon here. It means that these taxes, this no tax, service tax 6%, sales tax 10%, these taxes already have transactions in SimpanKira, and therefore we cannot delete these because we do not want to lose the transaction trail. So right now, if you can see the service tax that I just created, it doesn't have any log because there's no transaction and there's no accounting transaction in SimpanKira that uses this service tax yet. But the moment I use this service tax, say when I create my customer invoice, then the icon of log will appear and I cannot delete this service tax anymore. So that's how you add the tax rate in SimpanKira. Thank you very much.